Ladarius, I believe it was before the game, we heard that you, Taishim, and Aishim play rock, paper, scissors to decide who's going to start. Can you kind of take us through that and how that got started?
It was pretty much before we even started the season. We got 3 studs, safeties, so this allows us not to like pretty much fight over who goes in. So it's pretty much fairness to who go in.
What's your strategy? Are you a rock guy, paper guy, scissors guy?
I'm a rock guy, so I always stay with rock. So.
What does this week mean to you? Does it mean anything different than the other 11 weeks to you?
It's just another week, just keeping my head clean, not clean but clear, just coming in, just playing my type of football.
Have you kept up with any of the guys from Auburn over the course of this season?
I talked to a few guys, but not too much guys I talked to, because, a lot of guys I was close to had left, so I talked to a few guys from Auburn.
How comfortable were you with that coaching staff at the end? How much of that change and stuff led to you deciding to leave?
I was pretty close, but, just having different coaches changes 2 years in a row, so I just felt like it was an opportunity for me to leave, just change up my game.
You said your brand of football. Has it changed since you've been at Ole Miss from Auburn?
Yeah, I got smarter, just being able to learn a lot of things from this type of defense, from the coaches, so I feel like I changed a little bit.
Obviously, we see a lot of X's up on the board. Just kind of what were the coaches telling you guys you need to clean up after that Vandy game?
Energy, coming off fast, everybody started off slow and stuff like that, so we just had to be more physical, tackling-wise, and just be more prepared and ready.
Why do you think that was a problem that game when it maybe wasn't an issue earlier in the season?
I feel like we just getting too much comfortable, We're 6-0 right now, top 10 contender right now, so I feel like a lot of guys are like treating us like a homecoming game, so like we just can't be too much comfortable just being at the top.
What about this defense has maybe, in your eyes, helped improve your game, go to that next level?
Concept-wise, just be able to read defense, having my eyes in the right spot, really, mainly that.
What do you remember from the Ole Miss Auburn games the last 2 years when you were on the other side?
There was a lot of hitting. Auburn ran the ball a lot, Ole Miss defense was very physical, so I remember it was a lot of physical, a lot of tackling, a lot of hits.
So I don't know, I'm not going to ask, I don't know how close you are with Tank Bigsby, but he runs very, very violent.
Yeah.
So what is your strategy to bring him down?
Wrap up, make sure I'm there when I'm tackling him. He runs very hard. He's a great back. It just basically come down to just being able to wrap him up and just putting our chest on his chest and be able to squeeze and wrap.
What have you seen from Auburn's offense that should concern the defense?
Not really anything, because at the start of the season we've seen a lot of unbalance, a lot of teams that ran the ball, and I think we do a pretty good job with that. But we just, like I said, got to start off fast and start off physical.
Y'all had a little bit of trouble bringing down a dual threat quarterback against Tulsa. What have you seen, if anything, from Ashford so far? Is he comparable at all to that?
Yes, he's pretty fast. We just have to be able to contain him, be able to just mess up his reads, because he just a couple games he started, so be able to switch our concepts and the type of coverage we are in.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.